Welcome to the Let's Talk Paralegal podcast, where the legal industry gets real. I'm your host, Rosa, legal consultant, speaker, and founder of Rosa LLC and the Limitless Paralegal Academy. This isn't your stuffy legal studies school lecture. We're talking mindset, money, modern workflows, and how to build a career and a life you don't need a vacation from. Let's cut the fluff, raise the bar, and change the game one conversation at a time. If you like what you hear, feel free to share and send us your feedback. Now let's talk paralegal. In this episode, I'm ending 2025 with a bang, which, let's be honest, when do I not do things loud and proud? I want you to skip the fluff of the New Year's resolution and instead focus on sustainable systems, realistic growth goals, and professional development strategies. Listen in for more. New year, new me doesn't cut it in the legal industry. Resolutions fizzle because they're built on hype, not systems. This year, we're not making promises to our calendars. We're building careers that outlive the fireworks. I don't want you writing resolutions. I want you writing playbooks. So get ready, sit down, and enjoy the ride because we're going to talk about resolution failures. We're talking about systems. We're going to be talking about building instead of excusing yourself from everything. And then, of course, I'm going to give you some tangible next steps because who would I be if I didn't do that? So, are we ready? Why resolutions fail? Resolutions are very vague. They're very general. Get better at time management. But what exactly does that mean? Be less stressed. Really? In this current narrative, who is not going to be stressed? None of these actually have true resolutions, right? How are we going to get better at time management? How are we going to less our stress? What actions are we going to take on a daily basis that's going to lead us to what we actually want to do, because that's really what these resolutions are about. We want to accomplish something. We want to be better caseload managers. We want to be better legal professionals. We want to manage our life and our time better. That's why you want to time manage. We want to have it less stress. So how about we learn a little bit more about automation, streamlining, asking for help, delegating, really creating a strong system that's going to cultivate the be less stress resolution. This is why resolutions often fail. The legal industry thrives on deadlines and precision, right? So why are we not treating our careers with less structure than our caseloads? This is not great. We're treating these things less than, and that's not what we're supposed to be doing. Our careers are supposed to be aligned with deadlines, precisions, automation, systemization, all the things that we do for our career, for our jobs, we need to be doing for our career. Okay? So let's point out how attorneys and paralegals and staff get swept up by the busy work instead of the sustainable strategy. Why is that happening? We need a strategy that's going to work, that we can build upon, that we can scale, that we can decrease, increase, manipulate, move on, move forward, whatever it is that we need to do. If the resolution sounds like a motivational poster or a slogan plastered on a billboard, throw it out. Your career deserves way more than a clip art inspiration or a Canva meme, GIF, social media. Okay? So I want you to create real solutions. I want you to create real steps towards success. And this is how we do it. We do it with systems over slogans. I'm all about affirmations, motivation. I'm all about it. Trust me, all my podcasts, everything is built upon that. So I'm going to introduce 3 pillars of career sustainability: systems, growth goals, and professional development. I want you to build systems, calendaring, automation, workflows, and delegation. That is a system. You need all four in order for your system to succeed. I want you to synchronize your calendar. I want you to automate where you can. I want you to create a workflow that actually works, not just flows. And I want you to delegate. This is probably the hardest one for our legal professionals out there and for our parents. I understand that it's hard to delegate, but you must. You must ask for help and you must delegate. Then I want you to go into your growth goals, skills that actually move the needle. So, fluency, communication, leadership, financial literacy, management. All these are growth goals, somewhere where you can actually grow, not only as a professional, but as a person, because this will help you just as much in both worlds. Then, professional development, training, mentorship, certifications, investing in yourself. As much as the firm invests in their billboards and marketing, I want you to invest in yourself. Ask, hey, if I get this certification, what can you do for me? Ask. Again, the whole thing is fluency. I want you to communicate. Okay? Those are the skills we need right now. So systems, growth goals, and professional development. If you need to pause the podcast, now is the time to do that. Again, this is the only thing that ties it all together, right? So tie this back to a professional career lens, right? How do law firms adopt to systems, scale faster, reduce turnover, and actually make more money is through these skills that I just highlighted. So if you can do that for them and take my job, go for it. You will be hopefully compensated for it. Resolutions are, what do you call it? I want to say resolutions want you to hustle harder, right? That's really what they want. They want you to work harder, not smarter. And systems is what makes you breathe easier. So get rid of the whole resolution mindset and continue to build on systems. That's what you need to do. As a legal professional, you do this every day. You create systems of your own to make your caseload work efficiently. If you're not, please do. We have a lot of products and services that can help you. So go ahead and check that out as well. A little shameless plug. Now, the last thing to this is building a legal career that actually lasts, because most of our legal professionals, the hard truth is that they are burning out, and their anxiousness and their stress and everything is making them walk out. And they're amazing. It has nothing to do with their skills and everything to do with the environment that they've created or that has been created, either or both. Okay? So I'm going to challenge you. What's one system, one growth goal, one professional investment that you can commit to for this upcoming year? That's what I want you to do. I want you to start doing your research. I want you to start creating those action plans and actually taking action. Don't just start writing a whole bunch of stuff. Actually do it. I want to encourage you. I want you to stop looking at 2026 as a sprint and instead as a marathon, right? With intentional moves. I want you to make every choice with intention. It worked for me and I hope it works for you. And I want you to reframe what success looks like. We often look at these millionaires, billionaires, people that are financially stable, and we're like, wow, look at them. But there was so much hard work that went behind that before we saw this quote unquote overnight success. There are no overnight success. Most of them were homeless. Most of them lived in cars. Most of them sacrificed and took risks. Sometimes it's up to you to see how much risk you're willing to take. So this is not hours built, but the impact created, the longevity in the profession. That is your goal. Careers aren't built in January. They're built in the quiet consistency of March, July, October, anywhere in between. So we're going to wrap this exercise up. What are you leaving behind in 2025? What sustainable practice are you carrying into 2026? What's your one non-negotiable this upcoming year? That's what I want you to focus on. I want to invite you to share this on LinkedIn, on the podcast. I want to hear from you because this was really important for me to end the show of 2025 this way. But we'll see you next year. We're not going anywhere. And I want you to skip the resolutions. I want you to start building the career you deserve because the Edda era isn't about new beginnings, it's about the lasting legacy. Until justice is served, until next year, guys, I will be here. Bye.